Well, good morning on Monday morning, 27th of April from Ascension Church, Bath. I'm Robert Pym, the vicar there. This is one of our morning reflections, which I'm trying to do most days. I begin with some verses from our psalm for morning prayer this morning, Psalm 96. Sing a new song to the Lord. Let the whole earth sing to the Lord. Sing to the Lord. Praise his name. Each day proclaim the good news that he saves. And then some verses later on in the psalm, which again speak of the creation around us. My last thought on Saturday was that I did was on the things of creation. Verses 11 and 12. Let the heavens be glad and the earth rejoice. Let the sea and everything in it shout his praise. Let the fields and their crops burst out with joy. Let the trees of the forest rustle with praise before the Lord, for he is coming. Yes, on Saturday, I asked you to consider the birds of the air, the lilies of the field, and what the Lord speaks to us through the creation around us. As Jesus said, he speaks to us of how valuable we are to him, that he sees how it is for us, and that his attention is on us. But this morning I'd like to think more about music. That psalm begins with the words, sing to the Lord a new song. When I was ministering in Newcastle on Tyne, I took the funeral of a club owner. If you know the scene in Tyneside, there are clubs where music is really the thing. And this was the club at which Jimmy Nail played and Lindisfarne, and before that, a band called The Animals. Shows my age and so on. But anyway, and so this funeral was for this guy who'd enabled all this. Amazing. And the Lord strongly asked me to speak from Psalm 19. So I read verses 1 to 4 to you. For the heavens proclaim the glory of God, the skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak, night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or word, their voice is never heard, yet their message has gone throughout the earth and their words to all the world. A strange message for a musician's funeral. They speak without a sound or word. Music, of course, speaks of our human emotions, our thoughts, very much our searching. Yes, indeed. But God himself sends his message to us and speaks to us, as it says, without sound or word, a voice that's never heard. I, like many of you, I guess, are finding it difficult to hear what our loving Lord is saying to us, learning to listen again. That's been my theme over the last few reflections. And I wanted to encourage the people at that funeral to be listeners, not just to the music, which we human beings put together and amazing, does things for our spirits in amazing ways, but listen to the one whose voice it speaks without a sound or a word, perhaps apart from the rustling of the forest in praise, I don't know. That is, until the living word came among us to become flesh. For Jesus has come and spoken to us. So I read the beginning of John's Gospel, chapter 1, verses 1 to 5. In the beginning, the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God. He created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. And the Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Famous words about the living word come among us, the one who had already spoken through creation everything that has come into being. And the end of that reading in verse 14, as you'll know, so the word became flesh and made his dwelling, pitched his tent among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness, full of grace and truth. And we have seen his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son. Here in Jesus, his life, his words are the message of the Lord. Yes, he speaks through the birds of the air, the lilies of the field, the rustle of the trees in the forest, and the music that we offer to him. A message, a word comes. But in Jesus, a word comes through all that, which is, we know now, to be full of grace and truth. So let us walk as we hear it in his living word to us, the word of Jesus to us by his Holy Spirit, a word that is full of grace and truth. May the Lord be with you this day as you seek to listen to him. May the Lord be with you.